Okay, first off, let me explain something to you. If you're ever in a fight with me and you say I need heals but don't explain to where you are to me, I'm going to start prepping a Thunderlash. Being a mage is like 90% communication with your foot fighters, in that they need to be communicating to you. I understand that some group dynamics get away with saying I need heals and people understand who they are based off their voice, but that is not majority of people, especially during the chaoticness of a fight. I want you to look at this right here and tell me where anybody is. And if I were to tell you right now I need heals, where on earth would I even begin to start looking? Communication is key when you're being a mage. Or that communication is key when you want your mages to do something for you. It boils my blood every time somebody says, I need heals. Slightly better is somebody saying their name, then I need heals. Even better than that, and what you should be doing, is saying your name, I need heals, and where you are. So an example of this would be 3 horses need heals, right side. A real fight example of this is right here when Millie says I need heals.
Let's go in.
Millie needs heals.
Look at him.
Okay, let me ask you, where's Millie? So let me tell you what I'm about to do. I have 9,000 DPI and 23 cents in this game, and I'm going to be frantically spinning my mouse around trying to look for Millie until I find her.
Look at them.
They're going hard left, so.
Yeah, they went hard left. Go.
Right side.
Hold him here.
We call this suboptimal. Needs improvement. Could be better. I'm by no means throwing shade at Millie. We do this all the time. I do this, you do this. This is a common thing that we need to weed out. In a fight, it's very hard to call out your name and your location when you're trying to actively parry like 3 people. But doing this will save you, I promise. The mages need to know where you are and what they need to do. So now let me show you a perfect example of what should be done.
Someone Jonah, right side.
Asking.
Easy. That's all you need to do. The more information you give your mages, the better they're going to find you and get what you need. So try to give them as much information as you possibly can. Tell them your name, where you are, and if you can, tell them what you're wearing. So a perfect example of this would be 3 horses right side with the tower shield. The next thing we need to talk about is, as a mage, who you need to be healing. In terms of resources in your mana pool, not everybody is equally important as everybody else. So your first priority on the very top of the tier list is people that are actively dying in front of you. These are the people that are on the front line or actively being attacked by somebody that if you do not act immediately, they're going to die. These people need to be healed and focused entirely. It doesn't matter if somebody else said they need heals. This person is your prime person currently. You need to heal them until they are no longer in trouble of dying, and then you need to switch over to another person. Next on your priority are people that are actively fighting and are at least half. As a mage, it is your job to weave through the people and heal the people that you need to. Not everybody is going to have the luxury of standing still so you can actually aim on them. This is an active fighting zone and you need to actually hit the targets that you want to hit and avoid the people that you don't. The next people you want to be healing are the people that are half but are not actively fighting. These people, generally speaking, will either be standing still or running towards you for heals. Even though they are half health, they are not actively fighting anybody, so they're at the bottom of your list as they have no pressure on them and they can actively bandage themselves to a proper HP and get back in the fight. If they are the only people that you see at the current moment, throw a lesser or greater on them and get back to where you need to be. But if you have other higher tier objects that you need to take care of, then do that first. At no point should these people be the apex of your attention. Another good habit to have is just because you have a spell does not mean you need to cast it immediately. When you prep a spell, you have 20 seconds to decide what you want to do with it, and you can use that entire 20 seconds if you want. In this clip, we're retreating back to the bridge, and I don't know who has what HP. So I'm keeping this greater heal until I know that I need to use it on somebody that's in trouble. Now you're probably asking, why don't I throw it on Redline since he's about half HP and that would heal him at the full? The reason why I don't do this is because Redline is in no danger whatsoever and is actively going back to the mage line. It would be a waste of my greater heal to put it on Redline since I don't know who else is in the front of Redline that might need it better than him. Also, the keen observers of you might realize Redline is actively being bandaged. Greater heal uses 15 mana versus lesser heals 4. So if you are constantly greater healing people, you are using over 3 times the amount of mana. Your max heal with the lesser heal is 30, that you are 95% more efficient throwing lesser heals on people than you would be if throwing greaters on them, in terms of mana per HP used. But if you exclusively use greater heals, you will get more healing out on the people that need it most. This isn't me saying you should use exclusively lesser heals, because that is not true whatsoever. Normally what I do is I prep greater heals until I know that my group is fine, then I spam lesser heals. It's really just the group dynamic that you have and the people that you're fighting against. When prepping spells, you don't need to be focusing on one guy at a time. What I like to do while prepping spells is constantly look around to see if anybody else besides the guy I'm aiming at needs it more than him. However, if I'm focusing somebody or I'm healing somebody that has critical HP, I sometimes just leave my mouse over them because they're the most important thing at the current moment. The last thing we need to talk about is positioning. You need to be lesser heal away from the battlefield at any current time. This makes it so you always can contribute, but you always have a fallback position just in case you see somebody rushing you. If your group is getting pushed back, you yourself need to continually push back with them. Never stay at one spot prepping spills. If you look around you mid-fight and all you see is a bunch of fighters that are on your side, you are too far into the front line and need to back up. So that's what you need to do. Prioritize your targets. People that are being attacked first, heal them first. People that are in the middle of the fight, heal them next. And people that are standing around not getting healed, you can heal them last. Make sure you're lesser heal away at all times, so you have a fallback position, but you always can contribute. And try to lesser heal, not greater heal, but greater heal if people are dying actively. Make sure that the fighters are calling out where they are and what their name is, and prioritize healing over damage. Congratulations, if you do all that, you're better than 99% of all mages in this entire game.